What is up, boys? Oh my god, we're on the new computer. Isn't it a beautiful thing, lads? Look at the screen. Jesus Christ, it's amazing. How do I get the preview to pop up again? Oh, shouldn't have done that. Hang on a second. Open preview. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. That's the wrong button. Hang on a second. I'm just still figuring out the... No, that's not how to do it. There was a way that I could have a preview going so I could see... What was I doing? How are we, guys? Good to see everyone. I'm so excited. Is that how you do it? That's the wrong one as well. I can do this. I can do this, guys. Hang on a second. Hang on. 1 second. Open preview like that. That's not right. It doesn't matter. How are we, guys? Good to see everyone. How are we? What's up, everybody? What is up, guys? What is up? How are you, Nacho? What's good, man? What's up, Eric? How are you, dude? Where's the shirt at? You know where the shirt's at. It's where it always bloody is, in the bin. Oh, God, let's go. Let's go. What's up, David? Good to see you, man. What's up, 927 Gunner? We mog hex, mate. We once again, we ride. It was terrible. I knew it was right to bail on it a minute and a half in. What's up, Capatheist? Yeah, it was pretty bad. It was pretty bad. Look, there are some things that Rampage said that I sort of agree with in a nuanced take. But then there are other things that are just entirely insane. Just entirely insane. So, we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it all today on this very stream, guys. I reckon we will. Oh, how are you, shit Bilal? What's good, man? I hope you're well, brother. I hope you're doing good. Impression of Rampage Jackson walking in on his knuckles towards Ariel Helwani. I'm sick of people bullying me, man. Was good, Mud. Why am I Mud? How's the new PC? I mean, this is the first time really using it. I had a quick 15-minute stream last night just to test, but feels good. I love the carry on the new keyboards. I love it. Looking $1 million on the new PC. I mean, it literally shouldn't be any different. I'm using the exact same webcam, the exact same webcam software plugged into OBS. I literally spent last night making sure everything was exactly the same, and for some reason, the color grading is completely different. Who knows? Maybe the webcam app had an update. I don't know, but when I've reinstalled everything, the color grading is completely different. Now I'm sort of sickly white, but that's okay. I'll get a tan this summer. Lad, who bought these forks, lad? Lad, Paddy, lad. Who bought these bloody forks, lad? Blue Man Group, Doug. I am a little bit blue, aren't I? It's weird, isn't it? Oh, you know what it could be? Hang on. Maybe the ring lamp being plugged into the computer sets it differently. I don't know. But it's all the same stuff, just a new computer. I don't know. Shout out to me for watching all the ads. Shout out to you for watching all the ads, other Bilal. Dougie's white, not yellow. I know it's bad, isn't it? Temu Tristan Tate. Nah, mate, the real Dougie's corner. That's right. That's right. Christian Grey, how are you, man? Shout out to Canada. What's up, Andrew? Good to see you, man. Last name Scorner. First name Douglas. True. This audio is fucked up. Is the audio fucked up? The audio should be quite good. No, the audio should be exactly the same. Yep, looking sexy on the new PC. Thank you, Paul. We're back. Fix the audio. Stop with the... Did you see Guru's video about Crypage? I did. Good. Can I get a... Are you gay? Why are you gay? Choppy, Douglas Corner, fix it. I mean, it feels like... This sucks. Bring back the old computer. I think it's totally fine. It could be me, though. I'm glad Nacho... There we go. The camera looks way better and you sound way... I sound worse. Do I really sound worse? Let me listen to this stream. Okay. Alright. Audio is loud. Audio is too loud. Okay, let me have a listen. Advanced audio properties. Microphone, monitor, and output. Hello. Testing. Okay, sounds alright on that. Let me go to the actual stream on YouTube. Just keep talking. Everything's normal. This is a totally natural... You know, when you get a new computer, you're gonna... Some things are going to be working out in the wash. Alright, let me open up the stream. Turn off monitoring myself, because now I can hear myself 3 times over. That's annoying. Testing. 1, 2, 3. Eric is a cunt. Eric is a cunt. Testing. 1, 2, 3. Eric is a cunt. It sounds exactly the same. It sounds exactly the same. It sounds exactly the same. You haven't loaded the Why Are You Gay clip? No, I just wanted to get everything going. You motherfuckers. Alright, let me turn that off. I can still hear myself, and I hate being able to hear myself. I don't know how you guys listen to me. I really don't know how you do it. Let me just put on some music, and then we'll get into the stream. Fucking... You guys, I try and make the stream good by getting a new computer so we don't crash out. And the first thing you do is tell me that it's crashing when it isn't. So you haven't loaded the Why Are You Gay clip. No, I have not loaded the Why Are You Gay clip. I will. I just wanted to get everything working so we could at least do the stream and make videos properly. And we can now do that. Now it's time to start upgrading the stream by putting the Why Are You Gay clip back in there. And then some stuff down the bottom here. Like my Instagram and stuff. Brother, they're pulling your... I know, thank you, Mike. At least I can always trust you, dude. You're a tad bit louder and the mic sparks when you go above certain decibels. Okay. We shall continue monitoring it. Test affirmative. I know, Carpathius. Now it's normal. Before it was a bit too loud. Maybe if I yell too much, it crackles a little bit. So I've got to just maintain my composure. I'm casting onto a 65-inch screen, and the text seems clearer. I mean, it shouldn't be any different from your end. Maybe the computer renders it a little bit better, but it shouldn't be any different from your end. It's the exact same webcam, and it's pumped into the exact same software as before. Why are you gay? He hates it. I do not hate you guys. I love you guys. You guys know I love you guys. The audio was clipping. Okay, maybe the audio was. Let me know if it does it again. Nacho and Mike. And maybe Eric. Shit computer, bring back the old one. No, this computer's good. Dougie, why are you blue? I don't know. I do have a blue hinge, don't I? I mean, I've got blue curtains in the office. Maybe the software's picking that up. I think the new computer is a win, and I know quite a bit about this kind of thing, as I am the fourth. You are the fourth place picker in the chat, Paul. You are. And that way you would know a good computer when you see one. Did you get a new camera? No, the exact same camera, the exact same streaming software. I think the software that I use to pick up the webcam and blur the background has had an update. Because when I've installed it onto the new computer, it's obviously color grading different. So I think we've got an update with the software that picks up the webcam. But the webcam and the microphone and the ring light are exactly the same. I don't know if it's true, but they're saying Tapuria versus Al-Mahawak is set up for November 22nd. What are your thoughts? The new Tapuria versus Al-Mahawak? I have no thoughts about that. Al-Mahawak isn't ringing a bell, 927 Gunner. But new Tapuria does need to get fighting because he fought in February this year, so he's got to get going. It crackles when you get too loud. Okay, alright, cool. Boomer. Mate, I brought it up. Listen to your producer. That is true, I should listen to you, I'm sorry. Is the chat overlay in colorblind mode? Why are the members pink? It's always been like this, black with the pink. It's always been like this. This is what it was last time, yeah. Zesty blue. I'm a little bit zesty blue. This looks way better. You look like you look like a Hep C victim with the orange lighting. I mean, I don't control it, so I don't know how it did that, but there's obviously been a color grading. Can you sing I'm blue, I'm yes, the software has coincidentally updated the same. No, that's not. I'm not saying it updated the moment I bought a new computer. I'm saying there has clearly been a software update that I did not download and install. I just kept using the previous software forever and ever and ever. And then when I got the new computer and installed the same software, it clearly has come with the newest software update. And for some reason, that has changed its color grading. That is a perfectly reasonable line of logic to have, Nacho. Stop trying to trip me up on every little thing. You're not going to do it, chat. Dougie, you missed my chat above. I said, was just stuffing my face with some fried chicken strips while watching Guro's newest video on Rampage, being a massive disappointment of a dad and an ex-favorite fighter. Say the N-word. Well, I'm not going to say the N-word, Christian Grey. Yeah, he kind of is. Although, I was listening to the Rampage podcast, and we should listen to the Rampage podcast, and we should talk about it. I was listening to the Rampage podcast. I can hear myself when I click over to this screen. Cool. So I was listening to the Rampage podcast. Now, one of the most delusional things that Rampage said was, I'd wish Psycho Stu had come out during the height of the situation and cleared up some of the misinformation that's going on out there. He was in a coma, Rampage. He was in a coma. But something else that Rampage said, which was pretty interesting, is that he hasn't talked to his son over a couple of days. And it's probably clipping now because I can see the audio go dead red, so I'll turn that down a little bit. And he talked about how ever since his son, Raja, has become a man in quotation marks, has become a man. Rampage can't do anything to control him. Rampage can't control him at all because his son is always trying to stand up for himself and prove himself. And that's why Rampage is cutting him off. Because he's been like, listen, mate, if you want to be a fucking man, be a fucking man. You can deal with this. Rampage has gone out of his way to find his son a lawyer, an attorney. And that's that. Like, he's like, I've gotten you a lawyer. I've already paid for it. I've got him on retainer. You want to be such a big fucking man, kid, and show the world what a fucking man you are? You can deal with it on your own. That makes sense. Seems like you're in more focus and the background is less in focus. Yeah, it's definitely changed the settings. Because, I mean, last time I downloaded it, I literally just downloaded it and turned it on and started using it. And there was a color grade already built into it. Now it has made the background way blurrier. You're right. And it has made me a lot brighter. But anyway. He's the one who dropped Uma. Oh, right. He's the one that dropped Uma. Okay. So he is going in there. Again, I mean, it's an interesting matchup. I don't think him dropping Uma has got too much to do with him dropping Alexander Tapurio, because Alexander Tapurio has got a much tighter boxing stance, whereas Umar has got that flowy taekwondo stance. You know what I'm saying? 927 Gunner. Congrats on the new computer. Thank you, Mr. C. I appreciate it, man. Fair enough. Only just no. Fair enough. Yeah, it's probably because everything just sort of seems a little bit different now, so you pick it up on all the little details. I'm with Nacho. The new computer helped cure your help C. Thank you, Paul. Thank you. Never upgrading to new software is one of the few things I got right in life. Yeah, once it's all working, I don't click upgrade because shit just works. I don't need to upgrade because then the fucking settings change. Like, even now, there's an automatic way to put your stream key into OBS rather than having manual stream keys. And I liked having manual stream keys because I could copy and paste the stream key over when I was doing vertical streams, and I could link up the two streams into one stream. Like, did you guys notice how I used to be able to seamlessly go from flat lay to vertical? And you guys hated that. But I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that anymore because the new OBS software doesn't work that way. It doesn't have manual stream key selection. You've got to... Anyway... I hate upgrading things. You're blue because you have Destiny playing in the background. No! Gonna watch his fat ass get KO'd by your boy Fedor after. I'm gonna go watch his fat ass get KO'd by your boy Fedor. You're gonna watch Rampage get his ass KO'd by Fedor? Nice, mate. They're always the victims. Yeah, he is in victim mode. That is the other thing I wanted to say. Rampage, look, I'm still got plaster on me. Disgusting. Rampage is 100% stuck in victim mode. Stuck in victim mode. You could, like, the first minute and a half of the podcast with him and Ariel Helwani, or the Ariel Helwani interview, is him talking about how he just wants Psycho Stu to come out and talk about this so all the racists will just go ahead and leave him alone. The other thing he says is he's not talking to his son because his son's besmirched the Rampage Jackson name because the name was held in such high esteem. About how he's getting blamed for all of it. People are shitting on him for it. He didn't do it. Yeah, Rampage is, like, the whole takeaway from this situation is, man, people are really teasing me. My name is Rampage Jackson. About to go watch Supage get KO'd by Fedor right now. Sounds like a great idea. Ali and Christian Grey are off to go and do a watch-along. High resolution, Dougie. Apparently so. Apparently the computer is rendering it in HD. I don't know how that works, but here we are. Rampage has disowned Raja. Could we claim him? Now, we are not claiming Raja. No, simply Curtis. Absolutely not. Chandler's got dibs. That's right. Chandler is the one that's going to be scooping up Raja with the net. Honey, I can change him. You'll figure out all the settings in time. All that matters is bringing back the Why Are You Gay clip and DJ Aiden RIP. I don't know what I can do about DJ Aiden. He is now being buried in the Australian outback, never to be found again. But we will bring up the Why Are You Gay clip. Dougie, tell the boys what you did with the cigar in the casino. They don't need to know, Nacho. That was a very special moment between you and me. That was an intimate moment between a streamer and his mod. And they don't need to know. And I'm disappointed in you, Nacho, for breaking streamer mod confidentiality. One of the greatest confidentiality things in the world. Audio has been good, however, we see you in 8K in the background in 180. It's all in good time. I think the background being blurry isn't that big of a deal. I think it looks alright. Thank you, Mike, for gifting the 5 gifted memberships, brother. So thank you so much, dude. Who do we got? We got Jail. We got No one that's a regular, but thank you, Mike, for gifting the 5 gifted memberships anyway, man. I appreciate it, brother. Total vertical stream death. Well, I'll find a way to vertical stream again. Don't you worry about that, Eric. Can claim computer crash when you get tired. Can't claim computer crash when you get tired of us. I never did that. I never, ever once just turned off the stream and said my computer crashed. I've never done that before. Every single time the computer has crashed. I've literally been avoiding the free upgrade to Windows 11 for a year and a half for the same reason. Upgrade equals shit just stops working. That's exactly my thoughts, Capatheist. And now I've been proven right. This is meant to be a carbon paste of all the software from the last computer. Why are the settings different? Why are they different? Plaster? Yes, that's right. I've stuck cocaine to my fingers. Dougie, what do people think Gamrock got right? Well, Andrew, thank you for the 5 gifted memberships. Let's see. Mo got one, although Mo isn't really a regular anymore. He's abandoned the channel, the bastard. And that's about it, but thank you so much, Andrew, for the 5 gifted memberships, man. I think that's like $10 or $7 or whatever. Thank you, man. I appreciate it, bro. Thank you so much, dude. Why do people think Gamrot got robbed by Hooker? They're very biased. It's a very biased fan base. Yes, that would be the only reason why. Yep. We know what you're doing for extra money. You don't need to know what I'm doing for extra money, mate. Got a jet, but first of all, roll the dice for a 5 simply CUDA. Mike, thank you so much for rolling the dice, dude, and having a go. I appreciate it, man. You have a wonderful evening wherever you are, Mikeathan. Rampage needs to take your lead, Dougie, and just go Putin. And just say go Putin. You think Rampage needs to lean into the pro-Russia angle? I don't think he should. I don't think that'd be very good for his fan base. I mean, 180s claim him, Dougie. 180s claim it. Oh, right. To take Raja and put him into a field and work. No, I don't think we'll be doing that. Cigar story? No. He blew cigar smoke into his mouth? No. I wouldn't have thought you could have fit a cigar in there. Can't have been a Cuban. Alright, thank you, Nacho, for kicking this off. Dougie not collabing with DJ Eden will never be forgiven. I mean, I kept the door open to DJ Eden. He knows where to find me, but he never commented once. He commented every day. He used to write entire song lyrics. DJ Eden was a weird guy. Damn, Dougie put out a Cuban cigar on Nacho's gooch after the hex, then sex. I mean, we did go back to Nacho's hotel room. Crafty vet YouTuber move gets tired of us, claims his computer is crashed. I never did that once. Chat, tell Dougie to tell us the cigar story. I'm not telling you the cigar story. Why did you ban Muhammad? It's because he is messy. I didn't ban Mo. Mo was one of the original commenters. Like, Mo used to be on this channel every single day, and then he just stopped coming. He just stopped rocking up. I don't know what I did. He must have gotten sick of me. It is what it is. People are biased. Hooker got robbed against Islam as well. People are biased. Hooker got robbed against Islam. I don't think Dan Hooker got robbed against Islam Makhachev. Tell us the story of your first hit chopped comb with your mate Koza behind the... Tell us the story of your first hit chopped comb with your mate Koza behind the servo. My first comb wasn't with my mate Koza behind the servo. What was his name? What was his name? Cody? Corey? It was close to Koza. Cody? Corey? Colby? He had a black pit bull. Anyway, we were back at his apartment. Smoked a whole bunch. Ended up watching Tool music videos. It was great. Where am I up to? Thanks for the thought. There you go. Mo's got a lot going on. Maybe he does. Doug got the Piotr Jan. Really have to wait for the Marab. Does the GOAT, Piotr Jan, really have to wait for the Marab and Umar to fight again? I fucking hope not, 927 Gunner. Although Marab has said that he wants to stay busy and he wants it to be Sandhagen. And then after Sandhagen, he wants it to be Piotr Jan. So if Marab gets his way, Piotr Jan will be next. Imagine getting sick of Dougie. Oh no, never holds hands. How are you, man? It's good to see you. My boy Hooker got robbed against Islam and Chandler. Okay, now I know that we're fucking around here because he got sparked against Chandler. Did you rage too much when Hamzat won the belt? I missed your live reaction as I was with people. No, not really. I mean, no, not that much. No, I didn't rage like a guru rage. No. Anyways, man, I see you, never holds hands. Thank you for never getting sick of me. Have a good night. Nearly got the story, Mr. C, but no cigar. Very good, Capatheist. So yeah, let us listen to this. Let us listen to this. Let's have a listen to fucking Rampage here. The just.
Where would we be if Roger would have killed that man? Where would we be? Thank God, Psycho Stu, you know what I'm saying, pulled through. You know, I wouldn't wish that on anybody. I stopped listening to the attorneys. I got really upset with all the death threats and all this stuff, and I wanted Psycho Sue to tell his part that my son did not sneak up on him, and I never heard him say that. So now
have you guys heard anyone out there in the broader community? And I know that this story is now like gone beyond MMA. Have you guys heard anyone out there saying that Raja snuck up on Psycho Stu? I don't hear anyone say... There's a few things that Rampage repeats in this interview. One of them is that Psycho Stu hit Raja over the back of the head. He didn't. He hit him in the front of the head. Why have I got no Wi-Fi here? Why have I got no Wi-Fi? What the fuck is happening now? What the fuck is happening now? Now it's full bars. Alright, I bet there is a fucking setting. I bet there is a fucking setting in OBS where you have to upload at a certain speed and a certain kilowatts and a certain fucking FPS. I bet there's a fucking setting somewhere that you've got to have a certain FPS, 1080p fucking upload thing. And if it doesn't maintain it, it drops out. I bet there's some fucking bullshit setting somewhere in the back end that some fucking nerd has to be able to understand. Fucking hell. Just say you're too lazy to stream next time. Shut up. Maybe that's why you look so good. A good tradie never blames these tools. I am not a streamer. This is a hobby. And OBS is meant to be plug and play. But I bet you there's some fucking setting somewhere. If it drops out again, we will know. Anyway. Best fucking predictor on here. You know the computer didn't crash, Eric. You said that it would crash. It didn't crash. What was I talking about? What's up, Cheddar? How are you, dude? My parlay hit. Your parlay didn't hit. The computer didn't crash. The parlay didn't hit. Just say you're tight. I'm totally chilled, to be honest. I'm in a good mood. Change of scenery, mate. Oh, it's a different software. It's the same software. What are the specs? I don't know. I honestly wouldn't even know how to tell you what the specs are. Pad 1, well, I wouldn't know what to tell you. Maybe that's why you look so good. That might be what it is. I'll take some buffering to see you in glorious HD. No, we can't have some buffering. I'll keep my eye on it. Maybe the internet just went down. Who knows? Same difference, dickhead. And he criticized Zuma for breaking his hand. Me? Zuma did break his hand. All right, where am I up to? I'll keep an eye on my internet speed. Let's do that. Let's watch the internet speed. I bet it's OBS, not the internet, because the internet's been working perfectly. But now we have a new update of OBS, and something's wrong. Anyway, back to what we were doing. Continue on. The show must go on. We'll do it live. Fuck it. We'll do it live. Right, here we go.
I stopped listening to the attorneys. I got really upset with all the death threats and all this stuff, and I wanted Psycho Sue to tell his part that my son did not sneak up on him, and I never heard him say that. So now I'm upset.
This is what I was asking you, chat, before it crashed. Has anyone heard out there in the broader MMA community? Has anyone heard anyone saying that Rampage Jackson snuck up behind Psycho Stu? Because Jackson says this throughout the entire podcast. He says people are spreading this misinformation that Raja snuck up on him. No one's been saying that I've heard. And the second thing that Rampage said throughout the entire interview is that Psycho Stu came up behind Raja and cracked him over the head with the beer. Which also isn't true. They were face to face, and Psycho Stu... You've never heard that before? I'd never heard that before either, simply kudos. And Psycho Stu did not come up behind Raja and crack him in the back of the head with a beer can. No, he was standing face to face with him saying, you don't know who Psycho Stu is. And then he very slowly reached over and hit Raj over the head with an empty can. Whether it was a can of air, it was a prop can, it was a real can, whatever it was an empty can that he hit him with. And Jackson has been saying the entire time that Psycho Stu hit Raja over the back of the head. Like they're trying to put out a completely different narrative as to what the fuck is going on. It's like they're trying to gaslight people into what they actually saw. Typical, trying to prevent me from getting my casino winnings. You haven't won anything yet, Eric. In fact, when we spun the wheel, it was a test spin. Rampage caused a chick to miscarriage after a high-paid chase. He is in hell. He's in hell. No. He didn't cause her to miscarriage. She just simply miscarriaged a few days later. And it wasn't a high-speed chase. It was just a regular police chase. I agreed with everything that you said in today's video, except for you dragging Brendan Allen's name through the mud. I thought it was a wildly accepted fan narrative that Brendan Allen was a retard. I didn't think I was alone on that, but Help Me was upset with that too. I didn't know there was so many Brendan Allen fans out there. I fucking hate Brendan Allen. Nobody said that. He is just trying to paint a better picture for his... Very good, Eric. Yes, true. Sneaking up John Jones style, sneaking up Masvidal style. He means metaphorically, I think, as in it did it without the other person knowing it was going to happen, to sneak up or to come up from behind. He's wrong, but I think that's what he meant by it. I think that's what he means by it too, but he's painting this narrative out there like everyone's saying that Raj just broke into the ring or broke into the cage, or like we're all just like, oh my god, this happened out of nowhere. That's not what we think at all. Like, we're very aware of what went down here. You're talking about your prediction at the end of the stream yesterday that these issues would happen. No, your prediction at the end of the stream yesterday was that it was going to crash again, not that there would be little issues. I am not at all surprised that there's little teething issues with the new setup, but you said it was going to crash, and it hasn't crashed yet. I think ITP called it sneaky, but not sneaked up. I mean, with the intention to kill him was a little bit sneaky, but yeah, not snuck up onto him. Brendan Allen is a dumb fuck. I'm glad he lost to Fluffy and Imavov. Greatest hate watch ever. This is what I thought, Ali. This is what I thought. I thought we all hated Brendan Allen. I didn't think I was alone on this hill. He wanted to beat John Jones so badly he had to still his flow with hurting women with vigor. This is the only way I'll beat John Jones, to kill more women. Unc, maybe the C4 is messing with you. Aren't you too old to be drinking that? Might give you a heart attack. Yeah, but if I have a heart attack, that's alright, Eric. It's better than getting old, you know what I mean? That Brendan Allen stab was directed straight at Nacho. You might as well have banged Pena and told him about it. No, if I really wanted to get to Nacho, I would have gotten all the way to the point of being able to bang Pena and then walk away and then tell him about it. Being like, she was on the hotel room couch begging for it and I left and went back home. Fuck her. All that Kool-Aid is frying there. Okay, chat is in a very spicy mood today. We've got Eric and Christian Grey just double teaming the Nick Fuentes action. You love to see it. Rampage is getting interviewed by his Jewish lawyer. Simply kudos from the top rope. Alan's actually retarded. I can't fucking stand him. He's got such a hateable face as well. This is what I thought, Ali. This is what I thought. I thought we all hated Brendan Allen. Alright. Let's continue on.
Now I'm upset. Now I'm upset with Psycho Stu because he didn't come out and say, oh, whoa. Yeah, what Roger did was fucked up, but he didn't sneak in the ring and do this. The shit was staged. That's all he had to say to get some of these racist ass motherfuckers out of my DMs. Hey, he's seeing all this shit, how it fucking blew up and stuff like that. He should at least said something.
Okay.
Take some accountability. Like, honestly, none of it.
He saw how this shit blew up. He should have said something. He should have at least said something.
How it fucking blew up and stuff like that. He should at least said something.
Okay.
Take some accountability. Like, honestly,
he was in a fucking coma. They were pulling his teeth out of the back of his throat. He was in a fucking coma, Rampage. He got let out yesterday. Yesterday, he got let out. Psycho's fusion. I'm gonna read all your chats. I see them. I'm just
like that. He should at least said something.
Okay.
Take some accountability. Like, honestly, none of it.
This is the other part, right? Rampage goes, Psycho Stu needs to take some accountability. He apologized. Yeah? He literally went, sorry, man, I thought you were back here working. I saw the cameras. I thought you were sorry, man, I saw the cameras. I didn't know. I thought you were working. He literally apologized live on the stream the night of the assault with the empty can of beer. He did take accountability. He apologized. This is such an L from Rampage. It's such an L, man. Fuck, dude. I'll get back into the chat. Here we go. Who's giving you shit about Brendan Allen? Brendan Allen Fighter Matrix? No, Capatheist. God, no, dude. Who's giving you shit about Brendan Allen? What happened to him? No, I was giving Brendan Allen shit on my video today, Ali. Thanks for saying you watched it. No, I was giving Brendan Allen shit today. Allen's a G who brutally attacked the Orc Vittori in a casino for yapping. My foot is cramping up. I like the Orc Vittori. The Italian stallion, the retarded wog. I like him. I see a lot of myself in Marvin Vittori. I'm trying to keep him in line, Nacho. No. Impression of Ngannou trying to bum into a chick to get her attention, but he goes full speed and kills her instead of trying to bump into it. Oh, that's a pretty girl. Maybe if I just give her a little nudge. Oh, no, that's the accelerator. Oh, what have I done? Lucky I'm a millionaire. What was staged? Crashed the beer can into his own head before tipping Raja with it or getting slammed in punches to his face and in 22 unanswered shots. Apparently, the second part was meant to be staged. And he goes on to say that throughout the entire interview. Like, he was just playing a character. Raja was just playing a character. Even when he walked off angry, that was just character. They told him to really sell it. Take some accountability. Oh my god, I yelled the hard R. Okay, Eric, thank you, mate. Like the stream, everyone, on the back of that. What a fucking idiot. What a fucking idiot. And Raj getting in the ring was staged as well. It was after that. Yes, I know Capatheus. Like, him getting into the ring for a get back was staged. Let's say the first, the slam and the first shot were staged. Yes. The 21 unanswered shots after that, hard to say that they were staged. Rampage is stupid as fuck. How can he talk when he has got no teeth and a broken jaw? I know. And that's the part why I wanted to play it back to you guys, because Rampage literally says, when it was all blowing up, he should have just come out and said his part. Like, dude, he's in hospital, mate. Buddy got that dumb middle schooler brain at 50. He does, mate. But he's being... I can tell he's being completely solipsistic about this. Solipsistic about this. He is simply looking at this from the point of view of how does this affect me, Rampage Jackson? How did it affect my kick stream? How did it affect racist people abusing me on Instagram? How does it affect people saying that this is my fault? How does this affect the name of Rampage Jackson? How does this affect my bank account that I have to go out and get this kid a lawyer? Like, he is doing everything from the how is this affecting me point of view. It's crazy, mate. Max versus Dan as a New Zealand fight night. Max Holloway versus Dan Hooker as a New Zealand fight night. I love that. They're not going to do that. They're not going to send Max Holloway on a fight night. Max Holloway's pay-per-view only. I love the fight. Max Holloway versus Dan Hooker. I think it's a fight that needs to happen. What's up, Joe Skill? How are you, brother? Welcome to the channel. Yeah, I think Max Holloway versus Dan Hooker is a fight that needs to happen. But, no, not a fight night. They will never do that. I didn't see it yet. I was going to watch it after the stream. Fair enough, Ali. I believe you. You've only had 8 hours, mate. No, you're all good, brother. You're all good. Smash the likes. Smash the likes, guys. Like it's Juliana Pena begging for it. I hope he comes out of retirement to box Guru, then gets flatlined in 1 Silver versus Tito style. I don't think Guru would be able to survive with Rampage Jackson. I can see the fucking Wi-Fi wavering. There's a fucking setting I need to play with, and I don't know what it is. Now I need to watch YouTube videos to figure out the best frame rate to stream in. I never used to do that. I used to just stay at 266 kbps. I used to just stay at 266 kbps. And now it's going like 2000, 180, 27. Yeah, it's fucking moving all over the place. kbps. I never used to do that. Never upgrade things. Upgrading things is the death of progress. Once they work, just leave them. Like an old 1998 Holden. Just leave it the way it is. Fucking bullshit, mate. Yeah, I agree. I was replying to Never Holds Back. A rhetorical comment. Fair enough, Capatheist. What we aren't thinking about is that worse things happen every day and no one is doing anything to... What we are not thinking about is that this and worse things happen every single day and no one is doing anything to really help. I don't understand what you mean, corporatism. Like, there are people starving all over the planet and no one's doing anything to help that. There's poor people on the side of the road that are drug addicts and no one's doing anything about that. Do you just mean, like, the general morality of all of society? Is that what you're saying? And you wonder what that animal is the way he is and acted like some random vet or not. Okay, alright. You wonder why. Yep, send him back to work. Okay, Christian Grey is on one today. My God. Chandler versus Hooker 2. Fuck it. No, I want Hooker versus Holloway. I think that's a perfect matchup. Dan Hooker's a top 5 lightweight. Max Holloway needs to get a couple of wins to earn back a rematch with Ilya Topuria. It's the perfect fight to make. Paddy Pimblett. Ilya Topuria versus Arman Tsarukyan. Or Paddy Pimblett, pick one. Justin Gaethje versus whoever's not fighting Ilya Topuria. Dan Hooker versus Max Holloway. Lightweight is fucking sorted out. And then whoever wins in the most impressive, like we're doing at middleweight, how we're having a middleweight tournament right now. You know how we're having the middleweight tournament right now of RDR versus Fluffy, and Imavov versus Caio Borralho. You do a lightweight tournament. You go Max Holloway versus Dan Hooker, and you go Justin Gaethje versus Paddy Pimblett. And whoever wins in the most impressive fashion can be the next one to fight the winner of Ilya Topuria versus Arman Tsarukyan. Have the contenders knock each other out, like back in the day. That would be hilarious if Rampage and Guru boxed and Guru somehow knocks him out cold fade. Also, it would be fucking hilarious, but I don't see that happening. Look, I'm sure Guru was very good at Taekwondo back in the day, Ali. I'm sure he was, but Rampage is still Rampage, and he is filled with steroids and testosterone, which means he has still got the speed and the power and all the years of experience. They should do a fight night in Poland. Jan versus Walker, Gamrot co-main. I love that, Antoine. Unfortunately, I have a mental conspiracy theory that I haven't made a video on, but I think the UFC has been pushed out of Eastern Europe by Octagon. Stu would sound like, I want to apologize for all my behavior. Yeah, if he didn't have any teeth, with no teeth and a semi-open mouth, half conscious. I just want to apologize. I want to apologize for not apologizing enough the first time. POV, you're a Pacific Islander heritage, and Dan Hooker's fighting Max Holloway in New Zealand. Who are you going for? Ooh, you'd have to go with Dan Hooker. You'd have to. You're right, Chris. Animals hate vets, but it's because they don't understand them. Atheist with the dad jokes. I love it. What's up, Extra UFC? What's good, dude? How are you, man? I mean, the generational violent crime, it's easy to fix, yet generational violent crime. That is easy to fix. Yeah, that's very easy to fix. You throw criminals in prison. You do the same thing the Japanese and the Saudi Arabians do. You just throw criminals in prison. This whole, anyone can be rehabilitated. Just because Cedric Dumbass has been arrested 14 times doesn't mean he can't be rehabilitated this time. No. You throw him in fucking prison. And then you bring out the old hangman's noose for murderers. Max will have another masterclass against Hooker. Stop it. No, the fight would be sick. 927 Gunner. The fight would be sick. Max Holloway versus Dan Hooker would be a sick fight night card, or a sick main event for a pay-per-view fight night feature for a main event for a pay-per-view. I don't think Dan Hooker would win, but it's a fight that needs to happen, and Dan Hooker absolutely deserves it. He beat Gamrot, and he is in the top 5 of the lightweight division. So you can't say, stop it, don't act like you can't do it. They're the rankings of the sport that we're in. You know what I mean? It's a perfectly reasonable fight to make happen, man. If Dan loses badly against Max, like round 1 KO, you could do Dan versus Chandler rematch. No, I don't... if Dan loses against Max... You could, but I don't want to do that, Antoine. I don't want to do that. I want Michael Chandler to fight someone outside of the rankings next. He has had 2 wins out of his 7 fights in the UFC, and he's still ranked. Fight someone outside of the rank. He has to fight someone outside of the rankings. Next thing you know, Gaethje versus Ilya is going to be official. Dumb if it happens, in my opinion. I agree, Extra UFC, but I do think it is going to be official. I think it is going to be Gaethje versus Ilya. See you, boys. Enjoy the stay, Nacho. Have a good night, man. Thank you for popping in. Appreciate it. Fight Night Japan. I would love a Fight Night Japan. That'd be sick. Tatsuro Taira versus... Pick someone. Dougie, I was so bummed Serbia lost to Turkey at the Eurobasket yesterday. What is the Eurobasket, showbiz? What did we lose? Chandler listening closely to the Rampage interview. Okay, so what are the words that I need to say when my children end up going to prison one day? Crazy how Cedric Dumbass got out again. His bail was $500,000 for only 1 charge. It is insane. I know this is the problem, right? Like, just lock them up. Federal fucking prison. Lock them up. It's not hard, man. Topuria versus Bazkat Almakhan. prediction. I'll still go with Alexander Chapuria. Chandler versus Fiziev would be fire. Fiziev's ranked. I want someone out of the rankings. Is Ignacio Bahamondos ranked? No, Ignacio Bahamondos is coming off a loss. You need someone coming up the rankings at lightweight. Someone outside of the rankings who is undefeated. Not undefeated, but got 3 wins in a row. You know, someone doing good work at lightweight. Who is it? Name me a lightweight contender, chat. He's not in the rankings. He's got 3 wins in a row, and he fought early this year. That's Michael Chandler's next opponent. How are you, Dow? Good to see you, mate. Animals belong in a cage. True. What's up, Don Calamari? How are you, brother? Good to see you, man. To be fair to Chandler, he's only fought the elite fighters in the UFC. I hate that sentence, Antoine. I hate that sentence. I do. You could put anyone in there and say that. You could put me or you in there and be like that's essentially what happened to Chandler, right? Like, they just dropped him into the top 5 and he started losing and got a win over Tony Ferguson. Yes, he got the win over Dan Hooker, but people forget, man, Dan Hooker was stuck in quarantine hell during that period. He wasn't allowed to return to New Zealand. He was literally stuck in a hotel room on Fight Island doing Zoom training sessions. And trying to get a fight to feed his family, and he wasn't allowed back in New Zealand because they had shut the country down. Like, they're Michael Chandler's best wins, and then people say he's only lost to the elite of the elite. Brother, if you and I got thrown into the top 5, we would have only lost to the elite of the elite as well. You know? Ilya is going to flatline Justin in 2 or 3 minutes. I think so, Christian Grey. I kind of want to see Turner versus Chandler, or am I the problem? Darlin Turner versus Chandler. I don't think Turner's got enough wins. I think Turner is 1 and 2 in his last 3 from memory. How good's my memory? Let's check it out. Jalen Turner Tapology. I think he's 1 and 3. Ruffy's already fighting BSD. Ruffy's going to be in the rankings. 1 and 3! Fuck, I never forget anything, chat. Never forget a record. That was lucky. I kind of want to see Turner versus Chandler. Am I the problem? It can't be that one. Jalen Turner was cut. Fuck! Such an idiot. Eurobasket is the European Championship in basketball. They hold it every 4 years. Oh, no shit! Serbia usually does good in that. You guys are just making up names now, taking advantage of us like me. No, Jalen Turner's a name. Maybe even a sub if he wants. Ilya is going to flatline. He might actually get a sub, yeah. Dougie, where is the nice warm lighting gone? I don't fucking know, Dow. This is the new computer. I've installed the exact same software I had on the last computer. For some reason, the color grading is completely different. I have no idea why. His name is Drew Dober. Drew Dober's not winning his last 3. I think he's 2 and 1. Drew Dober's 3 on the trot. Drew Dober is 1 fight away. He's going to be fighting Kyle Prepolek in October, and if he doesn't win that fight, he's going to be getting cut. To be fair, it's hard to match Chandler against anyone outside of the rankings and justify paying the amount they'd cost to make to them. That is the problem, never holds hands. That's why he just keeps getting thrown names, and he gets that excuse of he's only losing to the best of the best, because they're paying him too much. That is why the contracts need to work on a matrix. My favorite thing ever. But the contracts need to work on a sliding scale. The higher up the rankings you go, the more bonuses you get on your contract. The lower down the rankings you go, the less you get paid. And that way it incentivizes when fighters are outside of the rankings to keep fighting more often to try and get themselves into the rankings. Because then you end up with this system where you got Michael Chandler where you're paying him $500,000 to fight someone whose name we can't even come up with right now. Dumbass only have to pay 10% of the bail, which is $58K. It literally doesn't make sense to even set bails if you only have to pay 10%. I agree, it doesn't, none of it makes sense to me. None of it, I don't even understand how the fuck he can get bail. He's been arrested 17 times, 14 times, something like that. It's in the teens. It's more than 10, less than 20. That's how many times Cedric Damas has been arrested. And yet, we're still saying, well, he can be reformed, mate. There's always rehabilitation. No, chop off his hands, put him in prison. I can see Kyle cross-sniffing Imavov for 5 rounds, not gonna lie. I can't. UFC extra. I can't see that happening, my brother. Chandler versus Ruffy. Ruffy's going to be fighting BSD. Psycho Stu is a true Christian. And he turned the cheek, turned it back, turned it again and again. 22 times. Jesus is so proud. That's why he had to ascend to Jesus for a few beeps and then come back down to us. Charlton Turner was cut. Dougie the Brain. I am retarded. Turner retired. Okay. Tony versus Chandler 2. Why not? Now you're on it. Kick Tony out of the UFC and send him for Misfitch. At least there are no more crashes. Well, we'll see. I've got to figure out the fucking streaming speed, but yeah, we're working on it. Turner retired. What a waste. Good for him though. He should have moved up to welterweight. We don't even have cirrhosis of the eyeballs anymore. Oh, the color grading? True. Have you talked about the cheetah steroid user Usman Nurmagomedov delusional takes on Ilya Nurmagomedov? I haven't, showbiz, but I know exactly what you're talking about it. I bookmarked it because I knew we were going to talk about it on the stream once we were done talking about Rampage being a retard. If you guys have not heard the word, here is the word. Bird. Usman Nurmagomedov, whatever his fucking name is. I think my resume is better than Ilia Topuria's. I mean, it's just so retarded. Where do you even start? At least he got himself in the news cycle. But fuck. I mean, I don't even know what to fucking say. Like, what do you even fucking say? I would love to see the reporter's face. I bet the reporter is one of the brothers, because if he said this to a Western reporter, Daggy IQ is so low. Like, if he had said this to a Western reporter, I just wouldn't know what to say. I'd be like, oh yeah, Max Holloway and Alexander Volkanovski, huh? And Charles Oliveira. You got a better resume, do you? I mean, even Josh Emmett. I mean, at least Josh Emmett fought for an interim title. I don't know. What do you say? Showbiz? What do you say, mate? But our depth perception is yeah, it is way blurrier on the new settings, isn't it? It's way blurrier. Oh, well. Chandler versus Chris Duncan. Oh, is Chris Duncan a lightweight or is he a welterweight? How many wins in a row has Chris Duncan got? Chris Duncan! Where's help me in the chat? Chris Duncan. Tapology. Let's have a look. Where's Chris Duncan at? Michael Chandler versus Chris Duncan. Is this the person that we need to fight Michael Chandler? Alright. UFC. Division. 1, 2, 3. Division. Lightweight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wins in the UFC, 1 loss to Manuel Torres. You know what? Chris Duncan, and it's 3 on the trot. Chris Duncan might be the next one to have a go at the rankings. I like 3 wins in a row. I like the activity. 1 win late 2024, 2 wins already in 2025. I like the activity of Chris Duncan. I like the 3 wins in a row. If I was Dana White, I'd be looking at Chris Duncan and saying, you know what, give him a shot at the rankings. Someone coming down the rankings, put him in there. And a Ignacio Bahamondes or a Michael Chandler. I bloody love that. That's a great call, Antoine. Jarlin is coming back already, apparently, which is kind of interesting. Hopefully he comes back to welterweight. Just realized I haven't updated my membership. Been busy moving. Oh, nice, Simply Kudos. Where are you moving to, brother? Will Chael be back in the win? Will Charles Oliveira be back in the win column? I hope not. I'm a big Rafael Fiziev fan. He was hitting the T-pose when he turned those cheeks too. Disgusting. Dumbass is black pronunciation of dumbass. Yeah, he's a dumbass. That's why I could just call him the dumbass. Cirrhosis is the only thing where your skin turns yellow because your liver's fucked from drinking. I probably spelt it wrong. I probably do have that. Usman is an inbred roid cheat. Who cares what his low-level mountain brain thinks? The brothers do. Corporatism. The brothers do. Daggy IQ is low. True. Best one is Paul Hughes or the old Benson Henderson, man. Yeah. That resume does not nearly stack up with fucking Ilia Topuria's. Like, he wasn't wrong. Like, he's just wrong. I think Usman and Paul Hughes are both ranked material. But yeah, he's just wrong and probably knows that he's wrong. He must know that he's wrong. He must, mate. But this is like... This is why I respect the Guru. Because he is one of the few... Really, he is. And you got to respect him for this. He is one of the few guys out there in this scene that if he's on Sean O'Malley's podcast and Sean O'Malley goes, how do you think the fight's going to go, Guru? Guru's going to say, I think you're going to lose, Sean. I think he's going to piece you up. And then you got other interviewers that just let Usman Nurmagomedov say, brother, I have better resume than Ilia Topuria, brother. And they go, oh, yeah, you probably do, mate. That's a good point. Like, no, you can't. No. Lost to Paul Hughes, by the way. I agree. And they're rematching. Finally, they're rematching. Usman has a Downs look to him. They all do. They fuck their cousins. You can't even use the washed argument because his best win is Benson Anderson, man. True. To be honest, he also thinks intercourse with goats is acceptable. That is true. I mean, once you're in that level of thinking, it doesn't matter. Manny Moicano beats Usman. I don't think Manny Moicano beats Usman Nurmagomedov. I think Manny Moicano is washed, mate. I'm sorry, he's 36, he's rich, and he doesn't have a collarbone. I think Manny Moicano is done. That fight against Beneil Dariush honestly looked like someone had set the speed settings to half speed. I can't believe how bad both of them looked in that fight. Beneil Dariush and Renato Moicano. Dog shit fight, mate. Kind of reminds me of Robbie Lawler versus Nick Diaz. You're just watching it and you're like, this has to be in slow motion. This cannot be real. Bobby Green retired Turner with his chin. What a bloody legend. Well, thank you, Bobby Green, for getting rid of Jarlin Turner. People forget, man. Benson Henderson. He invented the calf kick, man. Changed the game. Impression of Armin the Sarukian getting bullied by his chat to the point where he snaps. What's this, brother? No, I should be champion. No, I don't need to fight. No, I don't need to fight Paddy Pimlich. I should be champion. I should be champion, brother. No, I go into car park and I shoot next training partner I see. That was the actual footage we saw. It was Armin Sarukian shooting that guy in Dagestan. Rafi or Fiziev? Ooh. When they inevitably end up fighting each other? I'm going to go with Fiziev. Fiziev pushes Ruffy to the edge. Yes. Let me tell you something. Let's go, Dana White. Let me tell you something. Dana White, you motherfucker, Dana White. Let me tell you something. Now, we've also got some other news. I know that you guys don't care about this in America, but to the Canadians out there, to the British out there, to the Europeans out there, this is very important and very sad news that we need to talk about. This is not a joke. Streammaster has been taken down. Streammaster has seriously been taken down. It's over. It's over for Streammaster. I know next year you guys are going to get all your pay-per-views on Paramount. There is still the rest of the world that really needed Streammaster. Streammaster was a fucking real one. Apparently the people that ran Streammaster were in Egypt. And let me get the details right. Streammaster Egypt arrest. Let me get this right. The Streammaster Egypt away. Streammaster the world's like, yeah. Fuck off. Fuck off, ad. These were them. These were the legends of Streammaster. Look at the Middle Eastern pot bellies. These were the legends, man. Streammaster, the world's largest pirated live sports network, was shut down by the Egyptian government. R.I.P., man. R.I.P. Pour one out. They got them. It's over, man. It's fucking over. So you Americans, I know you'll be fine next year, but the Canadians, the Australians, the New Zealanders, the Europeans, we still needed Streammaster. You know what I mean? We needed them. R.I.P. Alright, we're gonna pull one out to a real one. Time to move to Crackstrap. Well, let's not start saying all the names, but we lost a real one today, and I just think we, as an MMA community, even though the Americans don't need to worry about this till next year, we as an MMA community still need to have a moment of silence for the great work the Israel's behind this. I don't know how, but this is Israel's fault. But we still need to say thank you. And I hope that they don't rot for too long in an Egyptian prison. Dana will do UFC Egypt now. Dude. You know what, you guys? I think we're going to have a UFC Egypt fight night. I don't know why. But we're going to have a UFC Egypt fight night. We got him. We fucking got him. We got the guy. We fucking got him. Bro, it's such a sad day for MMA YouTube, mate. Alright, where am I up to? Let's go. Dana White. When I think Brendan Henderson, I just think of the toothpick popping out after the fight. Yep. How the fuck do you forget that you have a small spear in the spot your opponent is trying to pump? I don't know how he fought with a toothpick. It's nuts to me, dude. Imagine if he got knocked out and was trying to regain his breath with a fucking toothpick in his throat. Compatriot. Horrible, mate. Ignacio Bahamondos. Unfortunately, Ignacio Bahamondos just lost, so he is not looking to get into the rankings with Chandler. That's why you need someone You need someone outside of the rankings on a 3-fight win streak looking to get into the rankings. Ignacio Bahamondos now needs to fight like a Chris Duncan. Someone like a Chris Duncan. The Brazilian Tarukian doesn't exist. He can't hurt you. He absolutely can hurt me, Mr. C. I will never see Beneil fight again. It will be, if I never see Beneil fight again, it will be a fucking pleasure. I agree, MMA Johnny. And unfortunately, I think I've got to throw Moicano onto that burning pit of ruined careers as well. I do think Moicano's cooked, mate. No one hates Armin more than me. I hope he has to wrestle against Rampage Jackson and gets cut, the spoiled cunt. He robbed Charles, by the way. Book him against Gamrot and let him get fucking cooked by the gamer. I agree, Antoine. They did try and book him against Gamrot, but the little bitch turned it down. Just use VIP box. I will. I know other websites, but it's just, you know, we as a community need to thank these heroes. I don't know who these two gentlemen are, but they are absolute heroes of the MMA community. And they do deserve our thank you. I believe. They do deserve our thank you. Stream East is for noobs, or at least 10 ones better. Alright, not the AM, bro. Just, you know, say thank you to the boys. Dana doing a celebratory twerk right now. He fucking is, mate. That is true. Inbreeding gives you -3 IQ. Okay, and your IQ is 70. Yep, I believe -3 makes it 67, which is equal to a chimpanzee. Okay, Showbiz really going with the eugenics here. I like it. They got the guy. They fucking got the guy. Those fools, I fucking told them to turn it on and see what happened, and they fucking did it. Never hold hands. You're definitely not Dana White right now. You're on the wrong account. Time to move to crack streams, exactly. I love how more base countries take pics of the perps in the police station and upload them to the internet. I know that we do need more of that in the West. We absolutely do. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So gay, Eric. Dana smoking that fatty to some Nate Dogg in celebration. He is, mate. Right at the end of his pay-per-view run, he's absolutely loving it. Honestly, if you're a J and make these stream sites in Israel, you would never get caught. I mean, that is true. If you did it from Israel, no one would ever investigate you. Federal fucking prison. That's $70 in Egyptian advert. Cash on the table. I know. Every time you see one of those pop-ups of a local whores near you, there it is right there, boys. Right there on the table. That's that sweet pop-up money. There you go. Regain his breath. Yeah, if he's been knocked out and his brain is like Benson Henderson, if he's been knocked out and he's like trying to come to, you know, and he's huffing on a fucking toothpick, yeah. The next event will be a pay-per-view inside the pyramids. Only 6 million in 15 years doesn't seem a lot for Stray Maze. Why does it say that? What does it say? 6 million? Oh, you're making a joke about the cost. Very good. You heard John Jones' case was dismissed. I did hear that. I did hear that. I did. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I'm going to love it if I ever have money, like a rich person. I'll love it because it just goes, you just don't have to, you can just commit crimes. You can literally hold a phone up to a police officer and say, I'm going to get you murdered. And as long as you're rich, you can get away with it. Yeah. Gamrot versus Beneil to get Beneil out of there. Get him out of there. Just cut Beneil. Like, he's not even a name. You're not even, like, making a name off him. Like, what? You do Chris Duncan versus Beneil Dariush? Oh, Chris Duncan beat him. I'm shocked. Like, you don't even get anything out of it. We can now see the gap between your teeth and 1080p. I no longer feel alone. It's not that pronounced. Maybe you guys will start going off about my teeth rather than my forehead. There's a hero unless there is a Jew. Justice is served. True. They were probably raped. Okay, alright. Dana is going to extradite them and force them to fight Big Tom Aspinall. He might. Dana might get on the phone with the Egyptian president. Send them to me. Send them to me. You do realize do you really got Fiziev in the Charles match? Yeah. You should definitely listen to me. It's not biased because I'm a massive Fiziev fan. I'm absolutely not shitting bricks about this 927 gunner. It's not because I just want Fiziev to win. All that with only 3 shitty laptops. Yeah, that is a good point. They have fucking killed it with those. Like, just a couple of laptops and a bit of Egyptian paper. And the local TV schedule, still in paper, down there on the left hand, on the right hand. Just the local TV schedule. We'll get it. We got to them, brothers. We got to them now. Stream East never gave me corn ads. You said regain, not regain. I don't care what I said. Put the music volume down a little bit. All right, Eric. There you go, mate. There you go. More like 2 when that is true. Nina Drama is off to Dancing with the Stars. So this whole Nina Drama is not doing MMA content anymore. Everyone seems to believe her. Everyone's taking it so seriously, like they absolutely believe her. I thought she was saying it as a joke. Like, the second she said it, I was like, that's a fun little joke. But you're not the only one saying this showbiz stories. I've seen 100 tweets about it. I've seen Guru's chat celebrating it. I've seen Guru celebrating it. I've seen people on James Lynch's podcast talking about, like, a live stream talking about it. Everyone's like, oh, Nina's done with MMA. I don't think she is it at all. Just because she's doing Dancing with the Stars. It goes for 1 season. She might do a couple of episodes of filming and post a little bit less content, but I don't think Nina Drama's gone forever. I think Nina Drama will absolutely be back. President of John Jones getting wrapped by D-Rod? No, Antoine. How much cups of gravy could you drink in 15 minutes? That's a good question. I can drink a lot of water, so probably a lot of gravy. Do you think Rampage is a better father than John Jones? Jeez, that's a good question. Maybe yes. I don't think Rampage has ever beaten the fuck out of his wife in front of Raja. Matchmaking after Charles. What is the matchmaking after Charles versus Fiziev? Ooh, well, Fiziev then has to get a top 5 after he beats Charles. Yeah, after he beats Charles Oliveira, Fiziev's got to get a top 5. So Fiziev against a Gaethje or a Holloway. It depends on the situation in the top 5. In fact, some people might drop out of the top 5. And then Charles Oliveira needs to fight someone out of the rank. If Charles loses, Charles needs to fight somebody out of the rankings. Because this is how it works to me. This is literally how it works to me. You do the Contender Series, then you come into the UFC. You win 3 or 4 fights. If you win 3 or 4 fights in a row, you take someone from the rankings from 10 to 15. From 10 to 15, and whoever's losing from 10 to 15 wins fights the guy on a 3 or 4 fight win streak off the Contender Series. That way you get constant moving. That's how you actually have a sport. But the way that it works now is you win a couple of fights, you fight someone in the rankings, and then you Brian Ortega, Paulo Costa, Charles Oliveira, Michael Chandler, Colby Covington. You stay in the rankings, 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 stay in the rankings. Doesn't matter how many fucking times you lose. Doesn't matter how little you fight. You stay in the rankings, stay in the rankings, stay in the rankings, stay in the rankings, stay in the rankings. And everyone else outside of the rankings just has to fucking churn over and over and over again. It's bullshit. Why are we not saying corn? We openly say retard and talk about the J's. We should be okay with corn. I think we should be okay with all of it, Capathius, but there are certain naughty words that YouTube hates. She's doing the washed up hags edition of Dancing with the Stars. She's not a hag. She's clearly not washed up. She's in the peak of her career. Turning water graving into gravy bragging. I'm an absolute vet. I'm a vet of streaming. Bosh! John Jones lives in the same home with his kids. That's got to be a plus. That's got to be a plus. That's got to be a plus. So people pay money to Rampage on his streams. I believe they do, MMA Johnny. I've never watched a Rampage stream, but he's got a TTS reader, a text-to-speech reader, and they sort of only work if you pay money for them. Not Fiziev Gaethje 3. Oh my god, of course, Fiziev Gaethje's already happened. Doesn't matter. Gaethje won't even be in the rankings by then, Showbiz. Gaethje's going to fight one more time, lose, and then retire. Gaethje said he doesn't want to stay in the sport as a gatekeeper, so that doesn't even matter. That's why I was like, the rankings are probably going to get mixed up a lot anyway, because you're going to see some retirement soon. I thought Nina said she wouldn't make any more content, not content. Nina Drummer and Dougie are the same age. She is not a washed-up hag. Put some respect on the 37-year-old's name. I don't mind saying she's old as fuck, but you guys out there being like Nina Drummer is not hot, you are lying to yourselves. I didn't say it because typing it leads your phone to... No, I don't say it because typing it leads to your phone promoting it to you. I mean, the internet will just do that on its own, Eric, but you are true. Never forget, Nina said covering up in Saudi Arabia is the hardest thing she's ever had to do in her life. Did she really say that? Not the aim. Dude, imagine your life being so hard, the hardest thing you've ever had to do is fucking put clothes on. Jesus Christ. Dougie simps for Nana more than Joan. I don't simp for her. I just point out the fact that we live in a sport of degeneracy. And if you guys think she's an old hag, you are lying to yourselves. John Jones said domestic violence is hard in a long distance relationship. John Jones said domestic violence is hard enough. You know, I love my wife, but it's annoying to me. I can't be with her all the time, and I want to beat her so much. Beat the love into her. I also spent the last 20 minutes looking for this one picture that perfectly shows me reacting to Rampage I sent in the Discord. Let's have a look! Me listening to Rampage tells you to take accountability. Alright, Eric. Fuck me, mate. Jesus Christ. Did you have to put TDP in that? Fucking hell, mate. Text-to-speech reader. Yeah, so in IRL streams, because you obviously can't read the chat all the time, if someone donates, the stream will automatically read out what you've said on a speaker or in an earpiece to the guy doing the IRL stream. And you generally set it, because imagine if this was a text-to-speech reader, like every single chat was just getting read out. It'd be madness. So they do it for just paid donations, generally. I don't know if that's how Rampage runs his stream. Again, I've never watched a Rampage stream, but I assume that's how it works. Remember that Nina nudes are out there. Yes, and they are not bad. They are not bad at all. Hashtag grape Nina. No. I would smash and bash. You'd smash and dash. Nina is a 7.5 in a big city. Okay, so that's not a bad thing. Being a 7.5 in a big city is not a bad thing. No, she said covering her head in Georgian Orthodox Church was the hardest. She's demonic. Mate, she needs to get fucking domesticated. Conceding moral ground to religious scope. Very good, Compatheist. She might be retarded, but if you think Nina is hot, you are either too young or gay. No, Mr. C, you are just flat out wrong about this. Nina Drummer is an attractive woman. Yes, Nina Drummer is hot. Yes. If you think that girl's hot, you're gay. If you think that literal fucking Playboy model is hot, you're gay, says Mr. C. I fucking love incel chat. I love MMA chat so much. You think that literal fucking Playboy model is hot, you're gay. I said if you don't think she's oh shit, that was my dyslexia. Oh well, at least it makes life funny for me. Where am I up to? 7.5 is hot. People out here acting like they're all in bed with... No, I know, dude. I know. Send her to the John Jones household. There we go. Anything above a 5 or a 10 is a brag. I know. Attractiveness is objective. That is true. Not the Amber. That is true. So much talk about Nina. She's hardly online anymore. Well, she's probably filming Dancing with the Stars, right? Dougie can't read. Give him a break. It was funnier the way that I read it, right? Come on, man. Bro, she was a model. How can you argue that she clearly isn't objectively attractive? Well, not the Amber does hate her. Nina, Playboy, DEI hire, Playboy model. No, not the Amber. I know you hate her, but stop it, man. Dyslexic Dougie is on one today. Tell me about it. Not saying she's ugly, but I'm not saying she's hot. Not the Amber can't be attracted to her because he hates her so much. She's not necessarily a 10 on my favorite, but talking like she's not hot is cow. I know. Like, she's absolutely an attractive woman. Sean Strickland is gay for not taking obvious opportunities, even though her cuck boyfriend would have been in the corner chair. Yeah, I mean, if her boyfriend wants to watch, that's on him. Straight up. If he wants to sit there and watch, that's on him. He might be able to learn a thing or two. Considering all the sleep with a 1.5, being a 7.5 is pretty solid. There you go. She can be traditionally attractive and not attractive in a particular individual. Yeah, I know. Yeah. I think that's what we're arguing about here. All right, boys. I'm out of here. I gotta go. I gotta film a video, and then I'm off to meet my brother. He's finally back in Melbourne. Me and him are gonna go watch the footy tonight, because my family's team... Don Calamari! Fuck! Jesus Christ, mate. Thank you for the $10, mate. Hang on a second, chat. 1 second. You could take Nina to Turkey and get some hair grafted to her forehead, and she'd be a 9. She does. Mate, imagine if me and Nina Drama had kids, Don Calamari. Oh, they'd be born bold, mate. They'd be fucking born bold if me and her had kids. I'll be watching the football live at the pub. Yeah, so my family's team is playing in the finals tonight. My brother is back in Melbourne. I haven't watched a single game of Australian rules football all year. AFL boys. Shut up, Eric. I haven't watched a single game of AFL football. My brother landed back in Melbourne the day that I left for camping. So we are going to the sports bar to get a Palmer and to watch Collingwood. Here come the Collie Wobbles. He's going to be devastated. He watches every single game. No matter where in the world he is, he watches every single game. So that's what we're off to do. But I got to film my video before that starts and have a shower, because I'm clearly still in my fucking work clothes and covered in plaster. Takers? No. I haven't seen my brother all fucking year. Since the start of the year. Read me before you leave. Like, if you put Verona, do you mean Verona Janjidoba and Nina in front of me? I'm picking Verona Janjidoba. That's insanity, dude. That's insanity. Before you leave, there's a very important thing in the Discord. All right, let me have a look in the Discord. Shut the fuck up, Eric. Dude, Eric, you and Chris are in the fucking weirdest mood today. I swear to God, you guys are going extra hard today. This Rampage thing has brought out the... Pull up, guys. Just pull the fuck up. Jesus fucking Christ. I saw AFL, Mike. I never saw AFL. Might give it a shot. Yeah, don't try and understand it the first time you watch it. 2 hours till the game starts. A couple of hours. Yeah, actually, it starts at 7, I think. It starts at 7. Yeah. I think that's what time me and my brother are meeting at the pub. So around there. Could be 7:30 bounce. I missed DDP. I can see that. Mr. C, if you've never watched AFL... Are you an Australian, Mr. C? IRL stream, Dougie, take us to the footy. No, I will one day, but I'm just going to catch up with my brother. I haven't sat down and chatted with my brother since my big breakup, so, yeah. Mr. C, if you're not Australian and you've never seen AFL before, don't try and understand the rules, because it's fucking madness. It's absolutely madness. I can confirm Dougie is more based in Perth. That's what I meant. Like, I just need to catch up with my brother and debrief, and then we'll do an IRL stream one day, but not tonight. Not tonight. Anyway, enjoy it, guys. Don Calamari, thank you so much for the $10. Really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Thank you, guys. American, but I watch NRL with my Aussie mate. Yeah, AFL's not as easy to watch because NRL sort of converts over to NRL, the American football. AFL's fucking madness. Madness. But just enjoy it. Enjoy it for what it is. Don't try and understand the rules. All right, boys. I'm out of here. I'm definitely not Dougie's brother on basic account. Stop murdering him, Menasha. Stop it. Alright, I'm out of here, boys. Have yourselves a great evening. I'll see you guys in tomorrow. No, I can't explain the rules now. I've got to go. Have a good night. I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. I'll see you guys in tomorrow's live stream. We should be able to live for a little bit longer now tomorrow that everything's all set up. And tomorrow will be a Friday night, so everything's good. I'll see you guys then. 20 minutes, lazy stream with a new computer. Fuck you, Eric. It's been a great stream. It's been an hour and 15 minutes. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good one. Goodbye. I'll figure out what the fuck this kilobyte per second upload speed is thing to sort it all out. Mitch, hello. Goodbye. Good to see you. I hope you have a wonderful evening. Literally a 10-minute stream. Fuck you guys. It was a great stream. It was an hour and a half. Hour and 15 minutes. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate all of you. You guys are bloody legends. Thank you. Appreciate you guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Good night. Goodbye. Yes, stop streaming. You'll not be able to reconnect. Your stream will stop and you'll no longer be live. I know, that's why I hit the stop streaming button. Why is there a new fucking pop-up? What happened to the old OBS?